Austin Dillon out in front by 5.7 seconds, 16 laps away from his first NASCAR Nationwide Series win. He has dominated tonight. Most laps led by a driver here to win, Carl Edwards. Ironically enough, sitting between Andy and I tonight in the booth, led 150 laps in winning here in 2005. He's topped your mark tonight.
Yeah, what was Austin doing in 2005, man? That's he's come a long ways. The guy is just doing an amazing job. He's led this race the whole night. He's controlled these restarts.
And check this out. First Nationwide Series win, most dominant performance ever. Austin won't get that mark tonight. Dale Jarrett led all 150 laps in winning in Rougemont, North Carolina back in August of 1986. Austin, 8 laps tonight. It's been led by other people.
But I don't know if Austin, I mean, I don't know if Dale Jarrett had, you know, Cup regulars on his heels following him like Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. I mean, no offense, Dale, you're probably at home watching, but Austin is doing an amazing job here tonight. This is a tough racetrack, you guys. We're watching Kurt Busch here. You know, we talked about he is one of the drivingest race car drivers out there, and he's struggling to keep up with Austin.
It's Kurt Busch second, looking back for Kevin Harvick.
And this is Guy Harvick I thought would be the dominant driver tonight. Childress cars, it's not surprising to see him out here running like they are when you see Dillon, you know, putting a whooping on the field. But I expected it to be Harvick.
Yeah, and well, Annette is having a heck of a night tonight, right behind Harvick in that 43 Pilot Ford. He's been doing a great job tonight.
He could get his first ever top 5 finish in the Nationwide Series if he holds that spot tonight. Michael has finished 6th 3 different times, never had a top 5. In line for it if he can hang on. And he's got a pretty good gap of about 4 seconds on Justin Allgaier, who's running in 5th, and Sam Hornish Jr., who's running in 6th.
You know, Allgaier also got the break when they had that caution that flew right in the middle of the green flag pit stop sequence, and so did Annette. So both of those guys are making the most of that break they got.
Yeah, we're coming up on 12 laps to go here as we're watching Sam Hornish, and right now I got to be thinking the nerves are so high for Austin Dillon.
Well, think back to your first. You got wins in Atlanta in a magical weekend, right? You won the Nationwide race Saturday, the Cup race Sunday, back to back. What was it like in those final 10 laps?
It's so huge. The stress level so high. My first Nationwide win was at Atlanta. Tony Stewart was second. It's a lot like the position Austin's in right now. He's got Kurt back there in second. I knew if I had a restart, if there was a caution, if anything happened, if I made a mistake, Tony was going to pounce. And right now, Austin's doing a great job. But I guarantee you his heart rate is through the roof. He's got to be thinking of how great this night could be for him.
Championship picture, of course, so close coming into this with Stenhouse running back in 8th, Hornish running in 6th, and Elliott Sadler running in 11th. Austin Dillon going to take the championship lead if things stay as they are over these final 10 laps.
I'm surprised that 6 car and Brad Kozlowski both have really not finished this race off any better. I thought this run here they would show some strength.
Well, with that long green flag runs and them having that trouble in the pits, with Stenhouse having that trouble earlier on, if the folks at home didn't see it, Stenhouse had trouble in the pits, really cost them almost an entire lap, and they've never been able to recover from that.
Cole Witt was in 10th position, had to hit the pit lane. Cole carrying the NASCAR Unites logo on his car. NASCAR's campaign to support military families throughout these summer months. The red, white, and blue paint scheme on the car.
He was counting on getting a caution flag. He was one of the cars that took a wave around, but he made that early green flag stop, so he didn't have quite enough fuel to finish. With 9 to go here, he had to duck in and get a little fuel.
This is what we've seen all night. Austin Dillon is out front in control, getting ready to put another lap on Danica Patrick. This would make her 2 laps down. She's in, what, 14th position, though, so having a great night. It's a testament to how well Austin's been running tonight, putting the 14th place car 2 laps down.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 8 cars on the lead lap. That's how fast that 3 car has been.
Glad he's not running that thing tomorrow night in the Cup race. I don't think it'll be too long before I see him in the Cup races, though.
You know, it's funny. I was doing a radio interview this morning, and I was asked who I thought, on the heels of the Stenhouse announcement, who I thought the next driver to elevate from the Nationwide Series to Sprint Cup full-time would be. I said Austin Dillon. I said for a couple of reasons. One, opportunity. look, he's on the track for that if he continues to show the ability.
Yeah,
He's
I
got-
know somebody that has some Cup cars.
He's got some cars and got a spot for him in the roster. But I said the one thing I need to see from Austin before I'll tell you he's on the way is he needs to win. I said that was the
Hang
pattern.
on.
I know it.
We're doing our best to jinx his whole night here. He's got the points lead. He's got the win coming, and we gotta be careful here. We don't want to ruin it for him.
Keeping an eye out on the
Ground oil pressure, it's around 70.
The 50
Fuel
for sure,
about
yeah.
between 8 and 9.
That's not good. I wonder if that's the same batch of engines. They might have had some bad parts or something, but 54 car complaining about his oil pressure.
Yeah, I don't think that the
different engine
54 engines
suppliers. Yes.
Different engine suppliers.
Yeah, I don't think they're the same one.
The Joe Gibbs cars get their engines for the Nationwide Series from Joe Gibbs Racing still, and 54 Kyle Busch Motorsports does not. What's up, Jamie?
Well, they're saying they just lost a cylinder. After all that, 5 to go, lost a cylinder, no oil pressure right now for Kurt Busch, who's just going to hang on now and ride around.
One of the
Seems
things
awfully coincidental to me. So
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, it is. I think it is connected. The one thing that the Toyotas have struggled with has been some inner valve spring issues on the Cup side as well. I don't know if that's now filtered its way over onto the Nationwide Series engines.
And we'll have to wait to find out. But whenever we've had trouble like this with our engines, it's always been a batch of parts, and that's tough. I don't know if they share any parts or if this is just coincidence.
You will see here and there some cars that took the wave around at that last caution have to dive in for a splash of fuel because they weren't able to come in under the yellow flag and top off. Brad Sweet and Mike Bliss just did so. But now we're 3 laps, ironically enough,
3 laps.
away from victory for car 3.
And guys, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. This track is so difficult. It has so many bumps. The banking's different in different places. We wonder, could a guy like Austin Dillon dominate this race and be able to make adjustments from day to night, from high temps to low temps, to deal with the traffic? And he's been able to do it all night.
You see Richard Childress right there, the grandfather. I wonder what Mike Dillon's thinking.
He keeps getting higher and higher. He was standing down there, and now he's up on that. Pretty soon he'll be climbing that flagpole to watch this
I
thing.
just got to ask you, who do you think's more nervous? Dad, granddad, or driver?
I'd almost bet that Richard is.
Coming to the white flag next time.
Okay, bud, you will be coming to the white here. Just cruise, bud. No issues.
9 seconds ahead of second place.
Which is still Kurt Busch.
So many emotions going on in that race car right now.
White flag, white flag. Let's just ride behind that 30. Just
No
ride behind it.
green-white checker to worry about. Final lap for Austin Dillon. Earlier we saw the focus in the eyes, the concentration with this fast race car around this difficult track. He's going to bring it home.
Man, he has just done a great job tonight. Got one more corner to navigate. It's never over until it's over.
Dominant. And the first Nationwide Series win, car 3 to the checkered flag. Austin Dillon is a Nationwide Series race winner.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, bud. That's what you call dominate. That's a checker, baby! Woo! Yeah! Awesome, guys. Good job.
Richard Childress Racing.
Right there, buddy. You're the man.
And Richard Childress had retired the number 3 after the passing of Dale Earnhardt. Talked about what number they were going to run.
You are.
This is big.
Look at this.
This is big, I'm telling you.
Yeah, to be able to win your first race like this at a tough racetrack with Cup drivers behind you, take over the points lead, this is a huge night for Austin Dillon.
Talked about what number they were going to run for Austin when he came out in NASCAR's National Touring Series in the Camping World Truck Series. Threw out some different varieties, and Austin said, but Pop, I want to use number 3. And, well, that was Dale's number, and Austin said, no, that was your number.
And it was his number 4.
The team to meet me in the grass. Let's do a slide together, all of you.
Another grand slide.
I wonder if he's going to do that. That's far more dangerous than some of the other things guys do.
Austin won his first Camping World Truck Series race. Kind of did a belly flop in the grass. It didn't look the most graceful.
Yes, it wasn't. he had almost as much grip on that slide as he did with that number 3 quarter tonight. That's pretty cool.
Don't hurt that engine.
He's going to burn that thing.
Danny Sockman, his crew chief, has been with Austin
They make a good team.
through the Truck Series. The champions there. Moved
So
up
much
together.
Danny Stockman. You can see how much he means to him.
But a heck of a burnout, and through the cup he appears. AZ's in the house, Austin Dillon has won in Kentucky. Congratulations to the young promoter, the man closed up Tractor Road, number 3. And he wasn't even wearing a cowboy hat in the cockpit. Congratulations in order for Danny Stockman.
You'll be proud of that, bro.
Organization, of course, his father, Mike Dillon, and his brother, Ty. Austin Dillon's gonna do the slide.
He's going to do it.
Outstanding. Doc?
With Danny Stockman, who overcome with emotion a moment ago. I could see your eyes filling up with water. What does this mean to you to give the kid his first nationwide win?
I believe it's been 26 races, and it's just really emotional. I mean, this is what we do it for. Richard and Mike believed in me 3 years ago to come take this kid to a new level, and I feel like we can do it. And us together, we're just perfect. And it's taken us some time here to get used to these race cars and try to figure everything out. And the communication's getting a lot better. And I just got to thank everybody, this whole team, RCR, ECR, Chevrolet, Bass Pro Shops, Advocare, and last but not least, thank the Lord, man. This is just unbelievable.
Hey, congratulations. Go give that kid a hug.
Thank you.
Danny Stockman, he gave him his first win as a rookie 2 years ago in the Truck Series, and tonight he takes him to victory lane in the Nationwide Series. Alan?
Terrific stuff, Doc. Well, as Austin begins to roll toward victory lane, where he'll meet up with everybody else. Yeah, don't leave that helmet on top of the car. He's going to get a trophy. He's going to get to celebrate. Well, what was it we heard on the radio a minute ago? Pop saying Dale would have been proud of that.
And he would have.